Stop trying to go for the gold on Immaculate Grid. It's killing your Immaculate streak. This video, I'll show you how you can get Immaculate simple, but also a low rarity score. I'm Nicholas, and on this channel, master grids, oracle quizzes, and Dokkan battle bosses. Today, we're covering 3 steps. So, in order to get yourself an Immaculate on an Immaculate Grid, is put a player in a specific area. Example, Green Bay and the Rams. Put Devontae Adams in this slot. Or, I don't know. So, you can put anybody in that slot. Or, for example, the Giants and the Rams. You can put in Odell Beckham Jr. One, you can put in Jalen Ramsey. Then you get to spots like these. We can put Preston Smith right there, which is kind of a rare answer. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers right there. Somebody like Eli Manning or Saquon Barkley right there. You can put in somebody like, I don't know if somebody like Trevor Lawrence or whatnot has that yet. I don't know, honestly, who has that. Jacksonville. It's honestly a good question. I guess their long snapper does, but you think I'm going to remember that name when I'm doing the actual quiz? I guess he's one of the only ones that does. So I guess we'll go with him as soon as we... Oh, wait, no. Calais Campbell is on this team. He's got one of those to his name. I guess we'll go with Calais Campbell in that slot. Once we get there. But, yeah, there is that. So step 2 is crucial. But a lot of people, this step would be try to go for a low rarity score. So in the Immaculate Grid, there is a thing known as a rarity score. Which is based on how obscure your answers were. If any of the guesses were incorrect, you can keep guessing. So like the rarity score basically is like depending on if that player is a popular guess or not. Example, Aaron Rodgers would be a popular guess right here. Calais Campbell might be a little bit of a lower guess. The Preston Smith example that I mentioned earlier is going to be a lower guess here. Only because not a player that people would think of when they think of Green Bay and Washington. Most likely, anyway. Like, I don't think a lot of people would think that. Obviously, I don't have answers here off the top of my name. When we get into step 3 in just a little bit, we'll discuss that part. Like, we'll discuss another element here that you can end up using, try to help you get immaculate. So, uh, pretty much out of that part, and like you wanna try to focus on the rarity score. So, for example, you will still have that grid up and just show you a grid that I've already done before. On this one, rarity score of 472. Like, Brissett here, obviously not a player that a lot of people would try to guess or put there. Mariota right there. Tunsil right there. Very low percentage guess. Jacobs, very low percentage guess. Chubb, a little bit higher, but still a low percentage guess. And Lynch being one of the most popular answers right there. That then takes us into the obviously we can go into the results, but I'll do that in just a little bit just to show you like you're gonna immaculate on this one or not. But that'll take us into step 3, which is what happens if you don't know any sort of specific player top of your head. Well, that would then take us into the third thing, is Pro Football Reference here. So the way that this can work is if you don't know a player off the top of your head, for example, I don't know a Giants and a Commanders player in my head. For example, put in the Giants and the Washington Commanders. So the way that this can work is you can put in any player that it ends up suggesting. Example, I can put in somebody like, oh, I don't know, Colt McCoy. One of the names I think popped up there, and one of the names that was in that table. Example, I'll put in Colt McCoy here, play for both franchises. That's a 7% guess that players would end up doing. I also don't happen to know a Commanders or Jaguars player off the top of my head. Or do I? Unfortunately, I don't think I do. However, we'll see if the name pops up here. I don't think it does. It does not. Okay. So, picking some random name here. Mungawale, I guess. Since I didn't know that either. That's a 0.2% answer. Not a lot of people would know that. So filling out the rest of this grid here, we'll put in Preston Smith here, which is a 17% guess. We can come with an obscure answer if we want to here, but we'll use an answer that probably everybody knows. Devontae. I guess not a lot of people know that. I'm a little surprised by that one. Odell is going to be a common answer, so that ruins the score a little bit here. Jalen Ramsey, I'm assuming Rodgers probably has very many first pros to his name. Say Calais Campbell earlier does, and I'm guessing Barkley does not have one of those. So even though it's not gonna be an immaculate per se, I'm gonna guess an overtime guess here. This is the thing that you can do. Manning doesn't have one of those. Eli Apple doesn't. Ugh. That sucks. Funny would have had one of those to his name. Ugh. What about... Nope. Guess I don't know then. rarity score is 306. Basically, like, you can use that website. And you can also use Google to try to determine some of these things too. So, like, I could have looked up who is a Giant with first team AP All Pro, which would help as well. Basically, the key takeaways here are like immaculate, guess what players come to mind. Or in this case, if you don't know a player, we use Pro Football Reference or Google for that. Always focus on the rarity score. The lower the score, obviously, the better you'll do. Based on low percentage guesses, for example, obviously Derek and Colt McCoy, Preston Smith, and Devontae Adams, Chris Campbell are all low percentage guesses. So Aaron Rodgers, Odell, and Jalen Ramsey are higher percentage guesses. People are gonna know. But being said, ready to try to get immaculate or roll rarity score or anything along those lines. Be sure to hit subscribe and community. Also, sure to watch the next video. Be the Immaculate Good Shorts Edition Part 15, I think. Post on the channel tomorrow. All the playlists are in corner. Or either plays or the shorts list. I have not decided which one. But that being said, I hope you found this video helpful. I will see you all in the next video. Yeah. So the goal here is we're trying to reach at least 300 subscribers here. We got my friend Blackwatch Jazz, who doesn't make YouTube videos anymore, unfortunately. But that is our goal. And with that being said, enjoy this video. Hit the like, subscribe button down below. And I will see you all in the next video.